Hello, hello, hello. We should be live again. I am so sorry. OBS just crashed there for a moment. What the hell? And things became very unstable here. Oh, and the game, something happened to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt, I think. Now Bloodhunt is actually a borderless game. Now the window is actually borderless. Unlike before. Let me refresh my Twitch dashboard. Just quickly. Because it's telling me that the stream is unstable, but it's not unstable anymore. Huh. Maybe something good happened with Bloodhunt. If I got that right. This is so weird. I'm not sure what happened, but we are back. Sorry about that. I fucking hate this because the VOD is now going to be split. But otherwise, yeah, we're still streaming. We're still streaming. We were checking out some cosmetics. I got my tea ready. Also during that. Also why I took longer, because the timing was just bad. It was just when the water was getting ready. So I had to do that. Anyway, Ophelia player banner. We're just chilling, checking out the cosmetics here. Fashion the Masquerade. Vampire the Fashion. Vampire the Masquerade Fashion Hunt. Tokens dead end. Uncommon player icon. Throatening. Love letter. And Sorcel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Look at this mask. I love the look of it. Legendary mask. Censored speech, they call it. Might look really killer on a Nosferatu. I think it looks good no matter what. Most muscular. Ugh. Yeah. 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 There you go. Throat back. Slumber Maker. When does this summer season end, by the way? Like, summer is gonna end soon, so I highly doubt we're gonna make it to, like, the final rank here in this season. Serve Flex. That looks really badass. That looks really badass in its own way. Wow. That's a lot of tattoos. Truculent. Obfuscated player icon. Cerulean Spiral. Can you zoom in on, like... No, you can't zoom in. Blue piercing, cerulean spiral. They call them piercings, but these are more like earrings. Still, kind of similar to a piercing. Might as well put them in the same category, so I understand that. Main character, they call it. Interesting. Looks like a boxer to me. Looks like the outfit a boxer would wear. Oh, I hate this though. That's very rotten of Twitch. It's going to run another ad right now. Pre-roll should be off right now. What the hell, Twitch? That's so rotten. That is so fucked up. Why? Son of a bitch. It thinks the stream restarted, so what I did before is not even gonna be counted. Damn, that really fucking sucks. That's a really shitty move from Twitch. Like, I understand that maybe the stream got restarted in terms of the VOD and all that, but this is bullshit. I'm sorry, this is one of those things that really annoys me. And it's 100% bullshit from Twitch. But it's better to have it now because I can only use it for 15 minutes, which is another bullshit thing. So yeah, 90 seconds of ads in a moment. Sorry about that, everyone. It's not like I have a million viewers, so it does affect me. It really messes with me. I literally just had 3 minutes during that, like, AFK break. Because I know I'm gonna be gone for longer. And what it does, it is at least smart in that, unless you restart the stream because your OBS crashed, which wasn't your fault. It did actually make it so that pre-rolls are completely off from the, like, the automatic ads are completely off for an hour. Or 50 plus minutes, basically. But now it just forgot about that and it's gonna run another one. Fuck you, Twitch. But anyway. Kendrick Kingpin, that looks very fitting on this Ventru. Didn't realize I have the Ventru selected right now. Neo Cross, 100 tokens. Palidamours. Arachne. Makes me think of Nelly G. Makes me think of Nelly G from LA by Night. Dual braids. First class. There is a lot. There's a lot to see here. Like, a ton. This is great, though. This is kind of like the Masquerade, you know? Also fits a Nosferatu in that sense. Fascinating. The whole, you know, it's literally a masquerade when you wear something like that, right? Vagabond. Golden Rays. Look at that. That looks really Really amazing too. Ooh, sneaky emote. I like this emote. I like this emote. Ex-sanguine. So how many seasons have there been in Bloodhunt? If they're based on seasons, you know, on weather seasons, because it says summer season here, and this game launched of September of last year, I guess it would be fall of last year. This is the 4th season of the game, I think, and we're about to get into the 5th, maybe. Lupin. Ooh, that goes against vampires. Draconian time traveler. Oh, are you kidding me right now? Oh, I gotta talk about this. Give me a second. I'm just getting my tea ready. The time is up, so I gotta like pour it on my thermos and my mug, as I usually do. This is so good. This is so clever. Hey, like the time vortex, like the multi-dimensional portal I have in the back. They call this a time traveler because it's evocative of Doctor Who, of the Doctor. I think that's what they meant to say, at least. Or maybe, oh, actually, no, maybe thinking about it, maybe it's just because it's vintage clothing or something. But I think it's meant to be kind of like the Doctor. At least that's what I got from that, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Plains of Dawn. Oh, and you buy the Summer Pass? So you have to buy it. There's no, like, free version of this. Which makes sense, too. I'm fine with that. Cosmic Daydream. I love the sound of that. This would be my banner if I got it. Which I doubt because it's level 78. Rank 78 on the Summer Pass, so highly unlikely that's gonna happen. Parasite. Long goatee. Very nice. The hair looks so weird with these low graphics. There's like some weird texture going on it. Mask Fate. Warning tag. The tokens. Ooh, tongue-tied. Great mask, great mask. There's a mask that kind of looks like this one, or rather like the basic version of this one that we saw at first in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I wear it here and there. Actually, I am wearing it right now. I'm using a steampunk outfit that goes well with that mask. Probably should share some screenshots or something. There's the candy dance they were doing. Ah, it's so funny. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I love having that here. Transgression, safe word, Master of Death. That's really cool. That's really cool. Blue wing, edgy top. Oh, it's the hairstyle. Azure Dream, Hypnotize. I hope I didn't say that wrong. And 2 versions of this: Berserk Battle Axe, Unstable Assailant. Fascinating. And then there's a lot of things on the store. Deconstructed Deviant looks great. Looks nice too. Hollow Head. Oh, this is the outfit of an idol. That's what a vampire idol looks like. And for that reason, it fits me. It fits me. Blazing Venom. Oh, that looks so nice. Grand Conquest. Usable only on Ventru clan characters. Interesting. Yeah, they give you the clan logo there. Hey, there's kind of a Ventru, no, never mind. I was gonna say there's a Ventru bias here. Hey, they have a lot of money. They're the ones putting money into the game, right? If anybody's gonna bring in the most money to the game, it's gonna be Ventru. It would be the wealthiest. So it makes sense that it would have a bias. But no. This one is great, though. I like this one. But for the Nosferatu, ooh, I like this. Yeah, Nosferatu with hoodies and stuff like that. It's great. You know, I think immediately of 2 people. I think of Jasper Hartwood from LA by Night. And I think of Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, with his disfigured face that looks terrifying, but he's always wearing that hood. You rarely ever see him without it, only when the deformation is like fresh, so to speak, in episode 3, and for a moment in episode 9. For a brief moment. And I don't know if there's any other media that show him without it, because it's fascinating when you see him without it. Like, you see the good Palpatine, quote unquote good, because he was never really good, but he seemed to be good, right? The good Palpatine that the Republic liked, that was the Chancellor of the Republic, and then you see Darth Sidious, the Emperor of the Sith and the Empire. You see both of them at the same time. and I always found it fun. That's why I like seeing the scene in which... Oh no, there's a Nosferatu bias! That's a lot of Nosferatu skins. Now, if we have a bias, it's a Nosferatu bias. They have the most out of all of them. I think. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the others have only 4, I think. Something like that. Yeah, Toreador only has 4. I think Venture only had 4. Well, okay, Nosferatu has a bias. Merrymaker, I like that. I like the name, I mean. Royal Ocean. Not a fan of the high heels like that, but I never like fully open high heels like that. I never like the look of them, personally. Oh, and it's a female Toreador bias here, 100%. Lead and leather for the Bruja. This looks so nice. This looks so nice. Kind of like Annabelle's jacket in LA by Night. Hellbender. Looking good. Dynamo. Ooh, nice orange and blue sort of color scheme. Really nice. There's a Bruja and Nosferatu bias, it seems. And then I am curious to see what other clans are going to be here, because they do... The clans, in a way, do matter beyond just gameplay archetypes, because there's outfits that are only available for certain clans. So there's that. And even then, clans and genders within those clans. But Dragon Eye Shine, that looks badass. That looks badass. Gilded Network. Cybernetic Vampire. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? And yeah, Token Store. Well, not much I can purchase from there, from here. So, what class am I gonna use? I was gonna go for the Siren. That's the one I customized. Yeah, the clothing isn't gonna change, I think. This looks really fucking cool, though. I'm somebody that prefers fancy clothing like that. Honestly, I want to go for a strong suit like this. I'm gonna go for the suit. I'm gonna go for the suit for now. I might switch to the wine shirt. Challenges, quests, mastery, which will give me banners and icons that are great too to have. Cool. So yeah, we talked about the classes a little bit earlier. I think I name dropped pretty much every clan. Sorry, not classes. Clans is what I meant to say. Yeah. What clan did I not name drop? Tzimitzi, Gangrel, Tremere, Venture, Bruja. I can't think of any clan that I didn't name right there. Trying to think. Oh, Ravnos. Ravnos is one I didn't name. Ravnos would definitely have Chimmerstry. So they would have illusions. They could have... You know what they could have? They could have a decoy ability. Like the one we saw in Realm Royale. Those abilities are always fun to have, especially in these sorts of games. They can have just a fake version of themselves just walking around as an illusion. Malkavians could even have something kind of like that, but it's more of a Ravnos thing. Dementation and like what the Lunatics do is a little bit different than that. Ravnos. Ministry, Banu Hakim. And I think those are all the independent clans, right? If I recall correctly. And then there's stuff like Salubri, but... Oh, Hecata. Hecata I didn't mention, yeah. They would have something, maybe like summoning a skull and throw a skull at someone. I don't know. I don't see them just raising a skeleton in the middle of the street. That wouldn't quite make sense, maybe. But I don't know. And they would probably have a skill when they're downed. Because, you know, they deal with death, so you would think they're not easy to kill because of that. Something like that, like being able to use their skills while downed, like the Muse archetype. What do we have here in the journal? Characters. Oh, Costos. Costos is a non-typical gangrel with a life of adventures behind him. Kind of like Beckett. To the kindred, he is foremost known as the Keeper of Elysium in Prague. He guards the entrance to the Elysium and guides newcomers to wherever they are needed the most. As the Keeper, he enforces stringent rules, and although he keeps away from politics, he loves to engage with others. Everyone in the Elysium is Costos' guest, and he has vowed to keep this a true safe haven until the conflict is over. Oh, so the enemies are always going to be Anarch? Wait a minute. Member of the Anarch Revolt and a lethal threat to the very existence of the Camarilla and the Masquerade itself. The Anarchs may appear to have few differences from their rival kindred in the Camarilla. They can be of the same clans, dress the same way, and even use the same powers, but don't be fooled. They are corrupted creatures dead set on destruction. Anarchs have always had a problem with the authority, but they haven't been a real threat to the Camarilla for centuries. Now they are wreaking havoc and revolting in city after city, exposing all kindred to the agencies of the Second Inquisition. But most importantly, by breaking the masquerade, they now threaten the existence of the Camarilla. Because of this, all Anarchs must be destroyed. Civilian. The average resident of Prague who has no idea what is really going on around them, they go about their mortal lives like cogs in a machine. A rare few of them get noticed by the kindred and are invited to the secret world as their master's slaves. Others might just be unlucky to find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, realizing they lost track of time, with no memory of the stranger that just fed on their blood to mend its wounds. Every now and then, a resident might see something unnatural and report it to the local authorities. This is how most masquerade breaches occur. And I'm not gonna read everything, just kind of taking a look at what these things are. Octahedron. What is this? Locations. I thought that it would be like... So I guess in the solo mode that I'm gonna queue up for right now, it's not going to be... Is it going to be adversarial against other players? Let's find out. We are queuing up right now, because it says specifically that Battle Royale is the duos mode. So what's up with that? Oh, here's the dance floor of the Elysium. How do I do the emotes? How do I emote? Oh, the Toreador Primogen, Maya. I guess she's my Primogen because I'm playing a Toreador right now. Yeah, one clue I can give you towards my clan is that none of the archetypes are representing my clan of choice. Examine Katana. The weapon of a true warrior. A percentage of damage dealt is returned to you as health. Deflect bullet damage back at the attacker. You have a special ability on weapons? This person looks a lot like a hitman. Great to have you. We're doing we're squatting against each other. Yeah. He looks a lot like Hitman. But how did I emote? How do I emote? Like, let me take a look. Let me take a look at the settings. I just see the key bindings for that. With Z, gotcha. And I get to sit like this. As we're still queuing up, but in the meantime we can explore Elysium. There's a lot to see in Elysium. Music is a little bit loud, but not too loud, I think. Oh, this looks really lovely. New journal entry unlocked, Hall of Amenity. Interesting. What is in here? A boudoir. Is this person dead? I think this is a mortal who got brought to Elysium for a nice meal, and they're either unconscious or dead. Rest in peace. Like, if you're gonna bring a mortal into Elysium, it's either a ghoul or somebody who's gonna die. Somebody who's gonna be used as full-on sustenance like that. Blood syringe, specially treated blood that provides a modest amount of healing over time. Yeah, come to think of it, I've never seen any healing done. I've never seen a vampire heal by just injecting themselves with a syringe. And that would make sense. It's like feeding with a blood pack. It's not gonna be the full thing, quite. But it should still help you. Regain some blood points or like hunger points, I guess, in B5. I forget how it is. But yeah. To this day, I still haven't played a tabletop session of Vampire the Masquerade, but not because I haven't wanted to. I was looking for a game. Hey, nice jump over them. Okay, that's kind of a weird dance. I look more like I'm surrounded by a lot of people and they're all pushing me and I'm kind of trying to push them away. Like, there's this big mob of people around me. Okay, now it does look like dancing to me. That was funny. That was funny. Look at the big Ankh. The big Vampire the Masquerade Ankh. I have been in queue for 3.5 minutes. Is it really just that hard to find people? I could try to go for a duos battle royale. I'm not gonna communicate with my teammate though. That's the thing that sucks. So I was supposed to pick up a book somewhere, right? I'm kind of looking for it right now. There's no way to open any of these doors. I love the look of this Elysium though. Really great ambientation. Good vampire vibes. Ooh, look at those. Look at those herald symbols. Look at the heraldry here. Some of those I think are historical and some of those I think are from World of Darkness, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. You know, heraldry can be a lot of fun. I stumbled upon a subreddit for heraldry the other day. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, you know, you see all when you look at Vampire Dark Ages. So the match is gonna start. When you look at Vampire Dark Ages, because it takes place in the Dark Ages or the High Middle Ages, whatever you want to call them, the clans are represented by heraldry like that. Man, it reminds me, I really want to get back to Chivalry 2. We would have similar graphic issues as we're having like right now. I would have to reduce the graphics a lot or change to PNG tubing or both. But it's a fun game. I just haven't played it in forever because it started to have some issues and I might have to reinstall the whole game. And I'm like, whenever I have to do that, I just procrastinate on it. Unless it's a game I'm like addicted to or already playing a lot of, like Fortnite at the moment. Oh, select location on the map to specify your preferred starting area. A random position will be assigned if you don't make a selection. Give me a random location. Give me a random location. Let's go. I'll have a random location. University Garden. Is that where I'm going? I think that's where I'm going. Alright. Yeah, you don't drop on the map or anything like that. You just appear there. And you can still pick your archetype before that. Kindred6693. Anonymous name. Oh yeah, because of streamer mode, there's anonymous names for the most part. Kindred6693. Okay. We have a 69 in there. Very nice. And there I just pop up like that. I have a pistol. And yes, I think this is Battle Royale. This actually is Battle Royale. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Wouldn't climbing walls violate the masquerade if somebody sees me? So I would get a masquerade violation penalty. Let's see what we got here. Double-barreled shotgun. With one, I switch weapon. Also with the mouse wheel. Marksman rifle. Yeah, I'd rather have that. Gas imminent, and I'm not in the circle. Let's call it the storm circle, I guess. Wow, look at this area, though. Was there a way to run? To run faster, maybe? Marksman rifle, we already got that. 9-barrel shotgun. No, rifle. Actually, yeah, I want to switch that one. So we get that instead. Wait. Oh, that's how you teleport. You hit it again. Oh, the red gas is coming and I'm not in the area. My bad. And the church is marking that the gas is coming, which makes me think that's the second Inquisition doing it. It's the church. Funny thing about the church in Vampire the Masquerade. It is both a thing that is indeed against vampires, as you would think. But it is also manipulated by vampires. You know, there's different churches all over the world. Mostly Christianity is what I'm talking about when I mention church. Well, this is definitely Battle Royale. Is there a way to run faster? To sprint? I don't remember if there was anything like that. Been a minute. I don't need to feed, I don't need to do any of that. But there are several points that have things on them. Hold on, let me see my inventory. Okay, we have shields. I was about to check. No, wait, those are not shields. I'm gonna get these dual crossbows, maybe. No, let me see my inventory. How did I open my inventory? Okay. No armor. Gotta get my slurp juice. The only juice we're getting here is blood. Alright? That's the juice of life. Let's see what we've got here. Was that armor? Press G to quick use consumable? Right, the wheel, but I couldn't see how to do it. And that's actually a good way to tell if I have any, to maybe tell if I've got any armor immediately. Sorry, I focus on the game sometimes and I kind of forget what I'm saying. That's a mortal. Somebody just fed here, so let's go to the roof. Hopefully I don't violate the masquerade doing this. Nobody saw me, I guess, or it doesn't constitute a bad enough masquerade violation. I don't know. Let me check that inventory. You can still auto-run while opening the inventory. You just can't change the direction, which is the same in Fortnite, honestly. Oh, but there is armor there. Let's get this armor. All right, armored up. Yes, now we have the armor. There's only need to have like one armor. It's like one shield that you have. It's like an immediate shield. Oh, Camarilla key. We got a Camarilla key. What do we do with that? What do we do with that right there? And there's 22 players left, I think. Okay. I hear some action going on nearby. That's where the action is happening, I think. Did a mortal just get killed? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to drop down here. Uh-oh. But there's a people. Let's be careful here. Yeah, let's reload. Let's reload instead. I gotta remember I can charm. I have the charm for enemies, right? Can I blind enemies? I forget which skill this was. If it's the one to blind or to charm, or it does both of them. I could try using it and see what happens. But yeah, I haven't needed to feed on a mortal at all. So that's the thing. Let me see the map. It's not necessarily a circle. That's interesting. That is fascinating. Oh, fuck. Who is that screaming? Is that a mortal? Well, just like I thought, my first confrontation is not gonna end well. I'm just gonna get killed very quickly. But I'm learning the game. I'm learning the game. I'm getting used to the gameplay, and oh yeah, you respawn. The game is not over. You do respawn. Last chance, they call it. Certain civilians will reveal your respawns when fed upon. Use heightened senses to find them. Indeed. How do I know which one it is, though? How do I know which one it is? Oh, well, actually, it's good to feed on mortals because... even if your health is full, because... they give you... oh, shoot. I can't go there. They give you boosts. They give you certain types of boosts. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh, no. Actually, that teleport is a bad teleport there. Or maybe not, if I need to kind of get away from a battle somewhere up here. I'm learning. I'm learning. Hopefully I don't encounter the same kindred that fought with me there. Let's see. Let's get this. Oh, you see, I used E to pick up the item because that's what I'm used to. I got it wrong again. Let's see. Any mortals? I could use some mortals to regain lives now. To feed on. So let me see if I can use that charm. No, that is just blinding. That is just like blinding someone. Can I feed again, I wonder? I feel like I would kill the person if I fed on them one more time. That's how you do that. 10% lower cooldown on Blinding Beauty. Okay, it's the one that blinds the enemies. The Muse is the one that charms enemies, right? I think. What happens if I do this in front of that person? Did I violate the masquerade? I think I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Oh, there it is! One extra life! One extra life! Yes! Nice, 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 nice. Oh, I gotta go within the area. I'm not within the safe area right now. Ah! I'm gonna receive damage. Let me go to the roof. Seems to be the easiest way to get to go to where I need to go. But it's also the riskiest. You're gonna find the most kindred here. I As you saw, there was someone there. Let's go to this beautiful purple area. Somebody had a stink bomb there, I think. Or somebody shot something at me. I'm not sure. But it's very heated. There's a lot of action. Just need to get to the safe area. 16 players left. I don't know how many players we started with. Was it 100 or is it less than that in this game? Get the feeling it's less. But I'm not sure. It's interesting that they give you lives though. That's nice. So you can be in the game for longer, one might say. Nice teleport. That was a nice teleport there. To get to where I need to faster. I can't help but think of Assassin's Creed sometimes. The rooftops, the architecture. It's so lovely. Lovely in a great way. LMG. Let's... Well, that is not what I meant to do at all. I got it completely wrong again because I pressed E to pick up the item. And again, it's not Fortnite. It's not Fortnite. I think Apex also had E to pick up items. I'm not sure. Can we find a mortal to feed on by any chance? Ah, here's someone. Not sure if they're the ones that give an extra life, but... Okay, there are more people here. This might be a masquerade violation. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Drink enemy blood to increase capacity for resonance, whatever that is. We're increasing capacity here, I think. Whatever that is, again. Some enemies are in red, I think. Right, it's all sanguine. Sanguine. Just trying to increase my stats, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, there's definitely veteran players of this game, especially because it's already been out for nearly a year now. So think about that. Someone here. Someone is here. Let's see if we can get a better fight. Not necessarily a kill, but at least fight better than I did last time. Let's do a teleport to move a little bit faster towards the safe area. I'm not gonna call it a storm circle. First of all, because the red fog is technically not a storm. Second, because it's not a circle most of the time. We are on the last stages of the game. This is a very small area. It's gotta be the second Inquisition using that red, doing that red gas. Not a fog, more like a gas, right? I keep forgetting, I keep getting it wrong. But yeah. There's someone here, somewhere. I might switch archetypes for a future game too. I would like to customize them if I have the option though. To also customize the others. I want to use the Muse, and I want to use one of those Nosferatu on one of the next games. And yeah, it's probably a good idea to check out every single archetype. We made it to the top 10, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, in a lot of games like this, luck does indeed play a big factor, but making it to the top 10 a lot in Fortnite hasn't been just because of luck, at least I can say almost safely. But in this case, it was definitely luck. And also the extra life system. I was able to recover 1 life, and that got me this far. Somebody got blood hunted. Looks like it's gonna be me next. Potentially. Oh shit! Completely got me from behind, dude. Nothing I could do. Because, oh, Diablo Rise. You can do that to recover some health. Dude, that was the worst luck ever. Like, the worst luck you can ever have in a game like this. Would be helpful if you could queue up while you're spectating the other player. Yeah, like, I'm shooting someone and right behind me somebody shoots me. Like, the worst timing ever. Worst timing ever. 201 damage dealt. I gotta see the options for Diablerie. Diablerie is when you drink from another kindred, from another vampire, instead of a mortal. Alright, alright. Ah, 12 out of 20 discipline used. Disciplines. Masquerade adhered. 1 out of 5 games played. Grossly incandescent, 2 games played. Distance traveled, cardio, survivor 90 times survived, 20,000 distance traveled. Very nice, very nice. I want to leave to Elysium because I want to be able to do other things while I'm queuing up. But you gotta wait? Why do you have to wait to leave to Elysium and just... That's so weird. Why would you do that? No, I'd rather queue up while I'm doing things in Elysium. That's kind of weird. But alright.
Welcome back.
Well, that was the first game and I was number 9. I mean, not too shabby, I guess. 3500 XP aficionado player icon. Very nice, very nice. Can you see like their level? If you see players like that. Players are doing some shenanigans over there. Yeah, let's queue up for the next solo Bloodhunt. Can I climb this wall? Oh, you can't climb walls in Elysium. Yeah, you're supposed to behave in Elysium. You're supposed to behave. But I'm continuing to explore around here. Like, in parts of it it's bigger than I thought, and in parts of it it's smaller than I thought, if that makes any sense. That's looking great. Kinda wish we could see it in first person. Also reminds me of Assassin's Creed. Like, you go out and do things on the city, but then you also have the hideout from the city. Papal Bill. Papal Bill, eh? And I bring it to either... Who is it? Costos or... What was the name of this guy? Costos? Yeah, Costos. Or Custos, but I think they missed Costos. M has received a mandate to do whatever it takes to solve this unfortunate predicament we are in. This mandate is a somewhat unexpected token of appreciation from the Ventru Justicar, but quite possibly necessary. It does, however, also come with the consequence that Kirill can no longer steal his troops as he sees fit. Perhaps that is a good thing, after all. I might have been too hasty, putting my faith in Kirill and his lions. But now, as the support for M rises, Kirill may no longer be the leader we need. Perhaps we can soon coexist in peace and be able to set our differences aside.
Oh, there you are.
I believe you have noticed we have a new guest. A high-ranking kindred of Clan Ventru. I know. Ventru and Bruja under the same roof. A recipe for disaster. I have had a word with Kirill. He has pledged to step down and leave all rivalries behind. About the stability in Elysium, thank you for your concern. I appreciate it that you also look for the good and peace in Elysium. As I said, I have Kirill's word. He shall not stir any trouble. Nevertheless, it is only polite to go and introduce yourself to our new guest. You will find her up the elevator to the far end of main hall. We talk to the Ventru guests, as they say. Before I do that, let me check some things on my dashboard very quickly. I'm gonna have to be checking a few things. Oh my god, Twitch is so stupid with the ads right now. I just did a snooze, so it would be like longer before the next ad roll. Before the next automatic ad, because the pre-rolls are off for 49 minutes. But it's still doing this every 30 minutes. So I put another 5 minutes, but it's not letting me put another 5 minutes until 59 minutes. Hopefully that made some sense, but the short story is that Twitch just pulled some bullshit on the automatic ads for me that they need to fix. Like, I should contact Twitch support for that and tell them how this went down, because I feel like it's not entirely their fault, because the way the stream restarted. So, alright, our special Ventru guest. There's no minimap here quite showing me where to go. I would like to speak to the Primogen, though, the Toreador Primogen, since we're here.
Happy to see you.
I'm disappointed you did not greet me immediately upon your arrival, but I suppose the current crisis is to blame. I am Maya, Harpy of Prague. Our Ventru guest? Yes, I've met her. Finally, things are happening around here. New management helps shake things up. Yeah, we're dancing to the music. That's what I'm talking about. But so far, though, my experience has been fun. It is definitely a good Battle Royale game. And I'd be very happy to play this next week for Battle Royale week. The Nosferatu Primogen.
Omnis welcomes you.
The Nosferatu lurk and listen beneath the surface of Prague. Omnis speaks for most of them. The main objective is always to uncover the truth. This is one of the coolest fucking looking Nosferatu I've ever seen. One thing the Nosferatu do a lot, actually, is that they just cover everything about themselves in this way. And that's something that I could do as a Nosferatu, honestly, like going for a Kamen Rider sort of feel. This makes me think of Destiny. Destiny 2. Some characters in there. I remember I saw somebody post in the World of Darkness subreddit their coterie for a chronicle, and there was one that was like, I can't remember what they were. They may have not have been Nosferatu, but they looked a lot like, they had this really awesome looking mask, kind of like a gas mask, but also kind of like a Kamen Rider helmet, covering all of their face and having this fixed expression that looked really sick. So that was great. That was great. I wish I could show you, but I should have probably saved the picture. Would be great to show you. If the artist is not credited in the picture, what I tried to do is to put the name of the artist in the picture name, in the file name. Right, let's start at the shopping arcade, I guess? Because it sounds like a nice place to be at, you know, an arcade. Let's play some video games. And I am now Rogue 5323. Very nice, very nice. Once again, I am this siren. This stunning, beautiful siren. And I'll go back to interacting with the Nosferatu Primogen in a moment. Yeah, I don't think they have the Primogen of all clans. They probably only have the clans that have archetypes right now. So they had that Ventrue Justicar, I think it was. They may have a Ventrue Primogen too. Well, Costos is a Gangrel, but he's a special NPC, I guess. They probably have a Primogen for Bruja. And yeah, the Ventrue. Unless the Justicar represents that. And notice how the Toreador Primogen also called herself Harpy. That's another role that the Camarilla has. But I didn't realize that a Primogen could also be a Harpy. Or maybe I misread that and she wasn't Primogen. It did say she was Primogen. Or Primogen, however you prefer to say it. We're waiting for players, apparently. I mean, if it didn't have enough players, it shouldn't have started the game like this, I feel. But they may have left. They may have left. How to play? Dying is not the end. One extra life. The feel you are trying to bring back to the fight. Regain extra life. You have a feeling on potent mortals in Prague. Use heightened senses to find them. Match variations that change up the standard rules of the game will be selected at random at the start of the match. Interesting. Omoshiroi. And yeah, interesting. They chose Prague. I believe it's in Czech Republic, right? Praha. What is it about this city that they chose? It's a fantastic metropolitan European city with a lot of like legacy from the past in the buildings and the architecture, but it's still a very modern city. So I think that balance is what made them choose this city. But man, how unfortunate for people in Prague to have this happen to them. 10% lower cooldown on projection, dash power. All right, let's find some weapons somewhere. We seem to have some here. Wait. Oh, you open it like this and you take everything. A pumped shotgun. Hey, hey, just like in Fortnite. All right, we lower the cooldown even more this way. Ah, it's fun feeding on people, is it not? What do we get from this one? 10% increased melee damage. I may not even do any melee damage whatsoever, but you never know. Whoa! The police! What happened there? Did I break the masquerade? What was that siren? Oh yes, extra life! Can I do it even before I lost a life? Oh shit, oh shit. Don't shoot mortals. Okay, I don't know if I, okay, so you don't get another extra life on top of that one. And by the way, 30 players left. So I don't know how many players we start with, but alright. Ah, man. They're just gonna be destroying me at this game. It's gonna be... It looks like there's a very high skill ceiling on this one. The less players a game has... Oh, shit. I'm gonna die. I am about to die. Oh, I was just about to use my ability. Did you see that? Did you see that? I literally just used it right at the moment they started, they downed me. All right, let's leave here. What was I gonna say? I was saying something. Oh yeah, the less players a game has, the more difficult it's gonna be to have a chance at that game. So it's 30 players in total. Not a very big battle royale, but at least it's a Royal Rumble, like in the WWE. Well, as long as I'm able to get back to Elysium. Why do they have a count like that for Elysium? Level up though! Can we get an exclamation mark level up in the chat? And the emotes if you have them. At least I got this for 2 games played. There you go, it does get you back to Elysium, I think, even before the countdown. Why would I want to wait before returning here?
Good morning.
But yeah, because you don't have a wide player base, so you don't have a lot of people like me who are beginning for the first time. So it will be hard to be able to have matchmaking with people on your skill level. So you may still find a lot of veterans who are going to kick your ass in a heartbeat, like the ones I've been facing. I don't know how, it's just their aim, I guess. They're just able to shoot me down so well, or they're good at surprising me. Still haven't quite gotten used to the map. You know, of where someone might be, using heightened senses with X.
Omnis welcomes you.
We exist in the era of the Second Inquisition, and these mortal hunters have now besieged our city. We must keep our secrets from them at any cost. When Marcus was in power, we had a cooperation that benefited all parties. With the current conflict and unstable rule, Omnis' network hangs in the balance. There is no single point of contact to work with anymore, which increases the risk of leaks. There is no singular person making decisions yet, which leaves too much to chance. In order to uphold security, Omnis needs order. Hopefully, M will assist in this matter. Nice, Allurin! Coming in real quick to say a buddy's about to start watching my first ever Kamen Rider with me. Let's go! Which one is it? You have to tell me before you go, Allurin. Which one is it? Is it a movie? Is it a series? Well, I think it is a series if you say starting to watch. And I can tell you all the spoilers. No, just kidding. and it will give me an idea of what experience you're about to be in for. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say spoilers. Why would I do that? Well, here's a spoiler. The Kamen Rider finishes. The Kamen Rider does a finisher and the enemy explodes. Oh, the Amazons series. Okay, you're gonna start with something that is mostly very different from what Kamen Rider usually is. It's still very much a Kamen Rider series, but it is an extremely different monster from the other monsters. Nevertheless, I hope you have a good time with it. 2 seasons, some episodes that are longer than others. Keep that in mind, but I hope it's a good watch. I hope it's a good ride for you. It's the Amazons from Amazon Prime, right? Because if it's the original Amazon, then it's a very different thing. Much shorter too. You know, when we include the 2 seasons. Ooh, there's Kirill the Bruja Primogen. There he is. There he is. He definitely looks like a Bruja. But if it's the Amazons, the one that has 2 season series, the songs are gonna kick ass. Like the ending songs. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know, funny enough, the lyrics to like the English version of the lyrics to those songs fit the setting of Vampire the Masquerade so well. In the mirror, you and I, just tell me who the hell are you? There is the borderline, show me the dirty other face. Whoa, the depths of derivation. I've just realized if I could find a truthfulness, loneliness never die. Are we the beast or humankind? Whoa, we can't stop fighting all the way. I say, hey, hey. We live in Armor Zone. That's the one. But it looks like the original? Alright, then it's the original. It's 24 episodes. It's the shortest Kamen Rider series. So you're starting with the shortest, which is a good thing because it doesn't give you a huge time investment. Oh, sora ni kike, ore no na wa Amazon Raida koko ni ari. 来るなら来てみろ悪の使者 Oh, well-fed starter with 3 random resonances. Interesting. 見たか乗ったぞジャングラ That's the song. That's the theme song of it. Yeah, if it doesn't have any relation to Amazon Prime, and if it looks like it's from 1974, okay, send me the pic and I can tell you. I know it can get confusing with their names. Although the official English name for the Amazon Prime series is Amazon Riders, but the original name is Amazons, so it's literally one S of difference when you spell it in English, in Roman characters. Well, I immediately have some weapons right next to me, so let's pick these up. A Camarilla key. What do you do with those Camarilla keys exactly? No, the skill didn't work. The skill didn't work. Ah, damn it. Have you noticed? Have you noticed some of the things they do? They slide. They slide. Okay, remind me to check it later. When I'm done with these games, they use Diablerie there. Well, I haven't had a chance to use Diablerie because I haven't downed anyone yet. There is a mortal here, I believe. Let's see. Let's hope they have something good for me. Okay, lower cooldown on Blinding Beauty. That's a good one. We don't ask, but we were born into the world. God we believe when they say it's crime. How we feel, we will say our life must be a deep punishment. Oh no, no. Oh man, I can't even use my skill. This game has a lot of like serious veterans. It's like a high skill ceiling. And unfortunately, it's not just that. There's also a huge wait time between matches. That's the thing that a lot of these smaller games have a problem with. Give me a second, I'll check the Discord picture. So it makes for a frustrating player experience for a new player. It is not the fault of the game. Well, the fact that there's a lot of players like this is not the fault of the game. The fact that there is a long wait period between matches is their fault. That is not the original series. No, that is the Amazon Prime series. That is the Amazon Prime series. And this is only the first season. And I will say, Elurin, this looks like a bootleg. This looks like a bootleg to me. Yeah, it's not the original series. No. And it looks a lot like a bootleg to me. But hopefully the quality of it is good. That is the one they had recently on Amazon Prime and has the 2 seasons. But it seems to be only the first season because it says 1 to 13. So that song I sang. Da 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 da, ore no naka no ore, kaku ni fureta, sono sugata mise wo, soto no derivation. At least, like, there's a lot of things for you to do in Elysium while you're queuing up for a match as well, and all that. But yeah, like, those English lyrics fit Vampire the Masquerade so well. Is there an inventory here? No. What do you do with those Elysium keys? I'm gonna have to check that later. I'm just trying to survive in this game, not get ganked within a matter of seconds. People slide. I noticed they do a lot of slides, like this. So I gotta learn to do those more, maybe? But the problem is you can barely do anything because they kill you before that. So that's what I mean by a high skill ceiling, because sure, practice makes perfect, but how much practice can you actually do when you're getting ganked before you have an opportunity to do anything? That's a big thing that a lot of games struggle with. The smaller the game, the bigger the struggle is going to be, because you're very unlikely to find players that are as new as you are when you're being matchmaked? Is that how you say that? Anyway, when you have matchmaking with others. Fortnite doesn't have that issue for that reason, and I was able to improve my skills in the game quite nicely. Apex sometimes feels like it has that issue, but you would think it doesn't because it's a bigger game. Kind of feels like it's just, you know, some games I'm just fated to be terrible at them, and some games I'm fated to be good at them. It's weird. It's kind of like driving a car, learning how to drive, but your dad, you know, you're, let's say, underage, and you don't have money to buy your own either, even if you were like an adult. And you have to rely on your dad's car or your mom's car or something to be able to drive. But they only lend it to you 1 hour a week or a month. Like, you barely have the opportunity. Like, when you know, practice will make perfect, but you can only get it for like an hour. You're not gonna be able to learn how to drive efficiently like that. Feels similar to that. Maybe not the best analogy, but it feels similar to that. Let's see, the Bruja Primogen. Oh, and he's the sheriff too. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of multi-role assigning, tasking. What's the word? Like, there's a staff shortage here. I mean, there's a war going on. I am Kirill, sheriff of this domain. I need volunteers to head into Old Town and destroy any anarchs you find there. Buy us time to regroup. What makes me think it's bootlegged? The entire look of it. I don't think there's any official DVD at all that looks like that. Let me take a look at it again. From what I understand, the animation logo, I don't know what the hell that is about. I don't think there's anything of the sort. And I see some brand names in the bottom. LPF, AIN. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound affiliated with Toei at all. I don't know if they have released anything on Blu-ray in this sense. And the Kamen Rider Amazons, the text just looks like a random font somebody put together. And the text above in the Asian characters, some of those characters are different. I can see the Kamen kanji characters, but the rest I don't know what it says. I don't even know if it's Japanese. It might be Chinese, but I'm not sure. The choice of things and the way the two writers, Amazon Alpha and Amazon Sigma, are in there, against like a random background that is like red and green for their colors, I realize, but I don't think I've ever seen anything that looks like that. So you got me curious now. Let me search if there's anything like an Amazon's Blu-ray. I'm gonna go and while we're queuing up, I can search this. Kamen Rider Amazon's Blu-ray or DVD or a release like that. Yeah. This is a very different looking thing because, well, this is the Blu-ray collection as they call it. There's nothing with that cover anywhere, as far as I know. I'm not finding it. You can search it to Alurin, Kamen Rider Amazon's Blu-ray or DVD. Let's see, DVD. Okay, okay, I'm seeing one in Amazon that looks extremely similar to that. Interesting. Sorry if you're hearing any barking in the background. The king and the queen are barking at something or someone. I see one that looks very similar, but again, it looks very bootleg to me. But it's a DVD. Right, searching DVD did yield a similar result. Not the exact same one you have, but a similar looking one. Well, hopefully you didn't get scammed out of a lot of money. And hopefully it's good enough. Oh yeah, there is one that looks extremely bootleg right now. That is using a couple of like action figures in the cover. Or in the back of it, which is definitely very, wow. If you could show me what the back of that box art looks like, because I'm seeing the back of a box art. I'm sorry if I'm not showing it on screen, everyone, but I hope it's okay. I'm seeing a terrible translation to English. Like that. Was just gonna say that. Yeah, now is a good time for you to send it to me so I can look at it while we're queuing up. As long as the subtitles are of good quality. Because if they have a bad translation in the box, it doesn't bode well for that. Oh, yes, let's see. Yeah, it's the exact same one I saw, at least in the translation to English. That English doesn't look good. Chinese, English, Malay subtitles. Yeah, that's gotta be a bootleg of like a bunch of subtitles put together like that. They have a website. Interesting. I'm not gonna open it though. I'm not gonna look into it. Especially not right now. But well, I hope the quality of the picture and the subtitles is good enough. I will say though, two things. Amazon's has 2 seasons. This is only the first season from the looks of it. However, this first season does not end in a cliffhanger. There's a huge resolution to it. So if you don't watch the second season immediately after this, it will not feel like an incomplete story. So there's at least that, even if you don't have the second season. And the series itself is so good. Ugh, so good. Again, the theme song comes to mind. Just in time, really good timing to start the next Bloodhunt. How many matches have we had so far? I get so lucky in that first match. These other matches have just been eliminated so quickly. Hey, you know, hopefully the practice does make perfect, and I do have those opportunities to practice. I remember my first Assassin's Creed multiplayer game. And in Assassin's Creed multiplayer, I got to be in the top 100 of the Xbox 360 version of Assassin's Creed 4 for multiplayer. And hey, I started as a noob just like anybody else. I remember I didn't kill someone before I got killed first, much like this game. I remember the first time I died, some guy just dropped at me from above and assassinated me like that. They were kind of just camping, I think, waiting for somebody to come across them. If you've seen the way assassinations work in Assassin's Creed, you would understand how it is. Like, they're just like on top of a building, waiting for somebody to pass underneath them, and then they drop down. Boom. Oh, the terrace has high tier loot. A lot of people are gonna spawn there. And I think they were showing the dots of everyone around here. Alright. We're gonna go back to the siren. Well, go back. It's not like I switch away from it, but yeah. Toreador's siren. Still love that look though. お前は誰だ俺の中の俺確認が触れたその姿見せろ外のデリベーションタラララララ赤く切り刻み Thank you, Lurin. Oh, you're gonna watch it now? Well, I hope you like it. And remember that it's very different from the regular Kamen Rider series. Well, many series are different from each other, but this one even more so than others. Because it's not meant for all ages. It's like a very mature audience. And you'll see what I mean immediately from the first episode. Have a good watch. I'll see you around. Can we survive here though? Can we survive this Bloodhunt madness? This Bloodhunt bedlam? I didn't mention it, but what I have been doing right now is reading my clan book. I'm still not gonna say what my clan is until maybe the end of the stream. I might forget though. If I forget, do let me know. But yeah. It's actually been great to read it. I'm so glad I finally did it because the character I had in mind was not very fleshed out. And there's still a lot to go in terms of like what I'm going to have for that character that I want to play in pretty much any session, really, any setting that would have that character. And many settings are able to have a character like that, I think. And so reading the clan book has given me great ideas that have like put the picture together more. Excuse me. Put the picture together more clearly, you might say. Oh, there's armor. There's armor. Let's see. Oh, I thought that was armor. Never mind. Sometimes you can't quite see what some things are. It's kind of difficult. No, nah, that was not armor. This is the burning church. Oh, shit! Wait, NPCs? Those are Second Inquisition NPCs, I think. Maybe I can feed on them or something. Hold on. You know what? I might get killed by them or something, but... this might be good practice of my skills, of my shooting. And I get to feed on them. I lost a lot of health already. And, well. Here comes the vulture. Here comes the lucky vulture. A very dapper-looking Nosferatu. It's something that can happen. I knew the risks. The mortals are dead, though. The SWAT or Second Inquisition mortals, whatever they are, they're dead. At least I am not place number 30. I mean, somebody's gotta be, but at least it's not me. That was unlucky, but it can happen. It was good practice of shooting with that. Gotta feed on people, though. To recover certain things. Silenced SMG, that could be helpful. I seem to be running faster, or maybe it's just the animation that feels this way. What is that? SMG, burst rifle, AR? Hold on. I want this one too. Let's see if we can feed on someone. Phlegmatic. Lower cooldown of blinding beauty power. Can you tell which ones are the ones that will give you an extra life? Is there a way to... Uh-oh. Is there a way to tell? I think this is a mortal that will give me an extra life. Let's see. No. No, that's not what that is. Like the ones that glue orange, maybe? I'm not sure. But alright, I'm starting to get used to the game more, though. Just gotta be used more to combat. But again, there's not enough players at my noobish level to practice with. Would be fun to maybe have this big collab with 30 people and we're all like starter players in the game. Look how well they shoot me. It's crazy. And I can barely land a shot. It's crazy. Like, they're all just able to kill me so fast. I don't even know what's going on. I tried to use my ability and you know what it could be potentially? It could be that, there is a tier list to the archetypes. And my archetype is just a very weak archetype compared to the others. So I think what I may want to do right now is to use something else. Use a different class, perhaps. The thing about my skill is that I use it and it takes several seconds for the skill to happen. And while those seconds are happening, they have killed me already. It's kind of like doing the Kamehameha in Fortnite. You're very exposed while you're doing it. Somebody can just take a lot of shots at you from the side. I've been sniped a lot while doing a Kamehameha in Fortnite. And it's similar to that. Like, you're very vulnerable while you're doing that blinding skill. And people are able to just jump out of the way very quickly from that. And not get blinded. Now, let me customize myself a little bit while we're queuing up again. Elysium menu. Customization. Wardrobe. Player icons. I'm gonna go for the sovereign icon. Player banners. We remain with the time-worn one, I think. Aficionado is kind of nice, though. I'm gonna go for aficionado. But that's the problem. Like, you wait such a long time for another match. Partly, I think it's their fault. The fault of the developers for making you have to go back to Elysium instead of being able to queue up immediately while spectating the person that just killed you or whatever, like other games do. And also having a long time in the post-game screen before you return to Elysium. That increases the time. And partly it's not their fault because there's also not that many players. Which is another reason why, again, it's a struggle. But anyway, I won't talk much more about that for now. I want to continue exploring Elysium because there's apparently a lot of places I haven't seen. I think. That's a player. I thought that was an NPC for a moment. Hold on, we gotta dance. We gotta dance on the dance floor. Yeah! We're in the dance floor. We've got to dance on the dance floor. Do vampires actually dance on the Elysium dance floor or anything? Do they actually care about doing something like that? Maybe the Toreador do. I mean, there are some Elysium that are disguised as clubs, and it's very common for them to have like a lot of mortals, even when there's a lot of vampires also there on the same night or something. Nightclubs are sometimes like that too. So there is that. There is that to consider. I will say though, I think with everything so far, despite having a very low quality experience in terms of being able to play the game, instead of just getting ganked over and over, I think we will see Bloodhunt again next week for Battle Royale week. So with that, it's gonna be 5 days of streams next week. I'm hoping to have a collab with some people for some of them so that we can have a squad in a couple of those games, or maybe more than that. Or maybe less than that is what I meant to say. A duo or a trio game. Well, Apex is a trio game, so it would be like that. Or actually, I think there's a duos option in Apex. I think there's a duos option there. I wonder if I would play better with the controller. Or actually, no, I wouldn't play better. Because I don't know, I don't even know how to crouch with it. Didn't quite understand what key was required for that, so never mind. What area have I not seen of Elysium yet? Yeah, the sewers with like a lot of like high-tech cybernetic stuff. That's definitely what Nosferatu is like in the modern day. I think ShrekNet, their network, the vampire internet as some may call it, doesn't quite exist anymore, but they still have that tech approach to things. It's not just like bad-smelling sewers or something like that, necessarily. No, if you see like the Nosferatu in like the medieval ages, they're gonna come across a little bit differently than the Nosferatu in these nights. And even in the 20th century for that matter. So that's great. But I think, can we climb this? No, we can't. But I think there should always be a way to have a setting set in an earlier time. But without having to need an entirely different like book, like in Vampire Dark Ages. If somebody wants to set a game set in the 19th century, let's say in the first half of the 19th century in Vampire the Masquerade, they should be able to do so. And I've seen a few that do that. For the most part, you can do that, I think. There's a World of Darkness Discord. That's where... oh, we can use the elevator. There's a World of Darkness official Discord. That's where I've seen a lot of, like, the calls for games being done. I was reading Doorkeeper. Sorry, I mixed up the words there. Been true guest? I don't think the keeper means me. No, he's talking about the boss. M is her name. M is her name. She's just upstairs. Thank you, Doorkeeper. This is definitely a Ventrue area. So is it a Ventrue Justicar? Where is the Ventrue Primogen? You know, there's a lot of cities that have a Camarilla that doesn't actually have every position of the Camarilla filled up. Like, they don't have a Primogen for every clan as much as they want to.
Good evening.
I'm M. If you're one of the good ones, I'm sure we'll get to know... okay, we'll read this when we come back. The game is about to start. That's something that can happen. I remember also when I was playing Apex that there's these things you can see that are kind of like cutscenes, kind of like a visual novel, showing you the lore of the game. And I would be reading them, but also when a match started, you know, it would just interrupt me from reading them. But it's okay, it's like it's something I expect to happen. And I just go back to it when the match finishes. I just have to remember the page number, because it's like by pages there. So I always try to keep it in my memory when I do that. So it's similar to that. As long as, like, we don't miss the dialogue or something. Yeah, come to think of it, you could do that in an MMO. If you're queuing up for a dungeon, and then you're just doing quests, you're reading the quest dialogue or something. Whoa! High tier loot everywhere! Entity hunters are not deployed. Let's go to the railway station, I guess. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if I can make good use of the loot. Another thing that happens when you're new to a battle royale is that you gotta get used to which loot is better than others and all that. Okay, whoa. Alright, let's be a siren again. Let's see how we do. I will try my best. I'm nothing if not stubborn, you know? I can be at least a very stubborn person. And the beauty of this is, I'm streaming this game, and I'm talking to all of you. Like, this long waiting times that are like several minutes long, we can talk about things. I can just talk to you about everything I know about Vampire the Masquerade. Like, we can do that for a long time, honestly. About what I've been reading in my clan book. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when I reveal my clan. My clan of choice, at least. I actually took the quiz on the World of Darkness website a couple times, and I got very different results than my actual clan of choice. The first result I got was Nosferatu, but I took it twice, not because I don't want to be disfigured as a Nosferatu or anything, but rather, I told you, I have a little bit of Nosferatu in me. Just like I have a little bit of Toreador, but they're not my clans. I also have other answers, though. There's some places where I can definitely give more than one answer in that quiz, so I took it again. And with those change answers, the other one I got was the Ministry, formerly known as the followers of Set, Setites. So that's interesting. That is not my clan of choice either, though. But now I kinda am thinking what it would be like if I played a Ministry character, maybe, right? That could be fun. That could be fun. Yeah, I can certainly see the serpents as being my thing. In many ways. Some expected, some unexpected. I did not expect a result like that, honestly. But analyzing some of the answers I got, it makes sense, I guess, you could say. There's somebody here, though. I remember there was somebody here. Lower cooldown of blinding beauty power. I'm gonna try to be as aware of my surroundings as possible. Over here, another pistol. Oh well, dual pistols at least. Well, alright, I have one pistol and dual pistols. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, and being able to switch my weapons properly. What do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, Elysium keys are for... Okay. High tier stuff like that. Now I have a legendary revolver. Oh, okay, Elysium keys are for chests like that. Oh, 1 health per second. Nice. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that is of some help to me. See, now I'm having fun. I may still get killed very quickly or something, but at least I have some nice weapons with me. They'll just take them from me when they kill me, maybe. I don't know. Let's see, what do I get from this person? Increased melee damage may be good. Choleric. Hey, as long as you don't kill the mortals, you're fine. No humanity lost. No masquerade violations. Gonna try to use this revolver. Oh, are you hearing the background dialogue? There's a... I believe there's a curfew, which makes sense. Which makes sense that it would implement something like that. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I can't see them. I didn't lose health though, or I recovered the health I lost, thanks to the blood skill, the blood thingy I got from feeding, whatever you call it, the resonance I think it's called. You know, maybe I could learn to play the game if I were in a duos with someone. They could teach me the ropes or something. You never know. You never know. But I am so excited for next week, though. Hey, don't think I'm not excited about the rest of this week. Like, Final Fantasy XIV is always great. Advancing through the story as we are right now. Great stuff. But right now... I'm also thinking ahead of that Battle Royale week. Something that I was thinking of doing for a while. And now I have a great excuse, so to speak, thanks to Kamen Rider Geeds. And the mortals there just getting extremely frightened. I gotta reload, I gotta reload, I gotta reload. Oh, I reloaded. Oh, they teleported. They are the same class I am. Alright, I tried. I did some good damage against the other one. They just surprised me here. I feel like I am improving. Maybe I'm not, but it did feel right there like I'm improving. So that's good. I shouldn't feed on these mortals. If I do... No, it doesn't even give me the option, actually. Like, if I feed on them, they die, and that is humanity lost. Or rather, exposing me on the map. I think that's when I see some messages sometimes appear that says that X player is blood hunted. Which doesn't mean that they got killed. I think it means that they're exposed on the map for doing something they shouldn't have done. Or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's switch to this assault rifle. There is weapon quality though in this game. As we saw right there, I had that legendary revolver. That's why I was so insistent in using that. So we gotta keep those things in mind as well. Yeah, we're gonna get this assault rifle. It's just really hard to tell where somebody can come from and find them when they do find me. Maybe I just need to get used to the game lighting or the game itself or both things. I don't know. But it's also a thing you have to learn to do in a battle royale, like learning how the players stand out against the background so you can find them immediately if they're close to you, if they are shooting you and to see where they're shooting from, that sort of thing. Apex is a struggle too because of that, because something about the players makes them really just blend with the background for me. And this game is kind of similar. Kind of similar. I mean, the dark, almost dark lighting that it has, that it should have because, you know, it's Vampire the Masquerade. It's all at nighttime and all that. But yeah, that dark lighting makes it be like that a lot. Even more so than Apex. Oh yeah, I gotta go back to Apex next week. Might be a good idea to play it off the stream if I have the time. First of all, because it probably needs to be updated. Second, because I need to do some adjustments maybe, benchmarking. And third, because yeah, maybe to warm up my skills again. Not that they were that good. By the way, how do you... What was that grenades that I had right there? I have a blood syringe and I haven't been using that. Well, I haven't had many opportunities to heal myself after something happens to me. After they damage me. And by they, I mean the other players. For the most part. Ah, didn't mean to do that. No, this is rare. Let's get this rare assault rifle. And actually... Silenced SMG. Alright. Ooh, look at this area. A katana. Very nice. I rarely get to use things like this, though. What is that? Is that a player that died or something? Toggler. Legendary. Toggle fire mode. Wait a minute. What kind of toggle is this? Okay. I might want to switch to this one. And yeah, and also another thing to learn in every Battle Royale game, except something very different like Fall Guys, I guess, is how to not just be a walking big sword thumb target and move in a way that's discreet as possible, instead of just walking out in the open where the entire city can see you. Something like that. Just also exposing yourself in this way. Damn it, they got me on the reload! They downed me already? Are you serious? Ah, that sucks. Ah, well. I had a legendary weapon again. I opened 2 chests in this match. At least I may get some nice experience out of that. I'm getting some achievement progress apparently from Prague to Malmo. What is that about? And I noticed they use blood bags very quickly. I gotta learn how to do that. How to like use the things in my inventory quickly. Just getting used to the controls. Again, another thing you have to learn. Well, not just with Battle Royales, but with any new game, honestly. Alright, give me a couple seconds. I'm just gonna take a quick bio break. Not a full-on AFK break, not gonna take very long. But let me just get out of this screen and back to the Elysium. And yes, Masquerade adhered! 5 games played. Grossly Incandescent is the next one. I use Disciplines again and I get 20 of that. You know, I think I might switch finally from the Siren. But alright. BRB. Stay connected to the Tajigan Temple.
Salutations.
Alright, back to the Piece of Elysium. I performed a little bit better on that game. I did have some luck, like, you know, not encountering a lot of enemies at the beginning to get killed immediately, but I felt like I performed better in some things. I'm starting to check my environment more. Hopefully I'm aiming better. My aim could be better, actually. Just my aim, being able to hit people. Being able to hit people while not being hit. That's the big struggle. That's the big struggle in here. I'm very used to Fortnite, in which while you're shooting people, they're not shooting a lot at you, actually. Or even if they're shooting a lot at you, you're not necessarily receiving a lot of damage if you're just staying still while aiming at them so that the shots land or something like that. Where was the elevator? Let me find the elevator again if I can. Whoops, didn't mean to open that with tab. Do I have any of this, by the way? I didn't receive these because I had to buy the summer pass, right? 600 tokens. To instantly receive a 10% XP boost and unlock the epic short fuse and do not cross outfits for your Ventru characters. Ah, so only Ventru, eh? This kind of encourages you to play like more than one class, to main more than one class, if you will. I think I'm gonna choose one of the Nosferatu there. And I may want to do some customization, actually. Let me see. I'm gonna try to do... Well, actually, no. I don't think I want to do the Nosferatu right now. Track wounded enemies. I'm gonna try to do the Prowler, then. I'm gonna try to do the Prowler. A male version of it. Oh, this is where it gets fun, because I get to choose what kind of Nosferatu disfigurement it's gonna be. This is the most handsome out of these three, I would say. Like, this is kind of a... What were those, like, variants of the Giovanni and Hecata called? Samedi, that bloodline that always looks like a rotting zombie? Nosferatu very rarely look like this, from my understanding. It's more like a Count Orlok or even, Count Orlok or Goblin-like transformation, if you will. Didn't get to customize a lot there, but that's okay. We are here to play, so let's play. Now things are a little bit different. I might try to be a bit sneaky with that obfuscate, that passive obfuscate that I get. But yeah. Still haven't said what my clan of choice is, which is not in this game. I hope Bloodlines 2 does get released. I'm very curious to see what clans you can play as there. In the first Bloodlines, it made sense that they only gave you the options of the 7 Camarilla clans, if you will. I mean, it's quite different now. And even then, it was quite different, but let's start at the library. I like reading a good book. I just want to chill and read books. Just let me read books in peace. But, yeah, there's a few people nearby, maybe. There's not a variation to this from the looks of it. Usually it tells you a variation in the upper right part of the screen. Didn't seem to say that. Let's go for a Prowler this time. And yeah, I didn't quite choose the customization I wanted necessarily. So that's the face we get. Hey, as a Nosferatu, you don't quite get to choose how you're gonna look. So there's that. But yeah. It feels like these days the Camarilla has like 5 or 4 clans remaining. Because let me see, let me count them. Tremere, Bentru, Toreador, Malkavian, Nosferatu, Gangrel, and Bruja. Yeah, it's 5 of them left because the Gangrel actually left like 2 decades ago. I was reading about that in the clan book I was reading, which is not the Gangrel clan book, but they talked about that. They talked about the Camarilla. Or no, wait, no, that may have been in the Camarilla book because I started to read that first, but then I realized that I'm better off starting up with the, oh, actually, doesn't it violate the Masquerade if they see me? Okay, she is, I'm not gonna feed on her because she's gonna make me regain an extra life, which is not what we want right now. How do I disguise myself here? Hello, I'm a monstrous looking thing. She just gets repulsed, but it doesn't necessarily violate the Masquerade like that, I think. Those poor mortals, man. Everybody's just minding their business and they just get like... They just get bit by vampires all over the city. I don't know if there's a way to aim those bats. A crossbow. Let's see if we can use that crossbow. The red gas is closing in. Avoid it to survive. Okay, I am not in a good place right now. And that player kind of seemed to be also new-ish at the game, and I still didn't get to do well there, sadly. Well, I still have my 1 life. We did have that mortal that had an extra life, but I don't think we're gonna be able to find them again. It all just kind of spawns you somewhere randomly. So there's that. Let's see here. Lower cooldown of Vanish Power. Oh, yeah, Witness Feeding. So it can happen. It can happen. And now I am blood hunted, which means I'm exposed on the map. Omottatori, just as I thought. Or maybe, I don't know if it's because... Uh-oh. I don't know if it's because I'm Nosferatu or... I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna check the skills of the... Oh, here's the extra life. Let's see if we can get it. End of reveal, survive the blood hunt. How do I disguise myself here? I don't get it. I don't think I understand that. But anyway, let's see if we can feed on this mortal. Just a lot of feeding. A lot of drinking blood. Really feeding like a Nos right there, like a Nosferatu when you do it like that. And there's the area we're scouting. There's a better way I could make use of that, I think. But yeah, for now I'm gonna do it like this. Oh yeah, let's not get out of the safe area. I'm getting out of the safe area there. Didn't realize what I was doing. Demo daijoubu. Daijoubu desu. Double barrel shotgun. Doesn't seem like a good idea here. Oh, and I keep forgetting I have blood syringes I can use. Somebody's being blood hunted there. But that doesn't matter because I'm having it. And they used their blind ability and they used it quite effectively. Oh, going for melee, going for melee. Ah! I meant to switch my weapon. Diablo Rise, come on! Die, 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 die. Yes, 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 yes. I'll take that key. And finally, my first kill. Let's go! At last, at last, at last, at last. Let me reload. It's already reloaded. Good, good, good. I don't know if I'm noticing it wrong, but I think something the game is forgiving at is the reloading. Seems to be mostly very forgiving with those things. Let me scout that area. But yeah, like, I still don't quite understand how the masquerade violation might work. Like, you would make yourself Bloodhunt just by being seen by any mortal. You don't even have to feed or do anything, just by being noticed. Because you're like, you're a Nosferatu, you can't just be out on the street. Like that. Let's see, I may still want some other things. I have my extra life though, which is good. We made it farther in this game than some others. Which is great. A sniper rifle, okay. Let's see if we can try out that sniper rifle from a great distance here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. That's a mortal down there, I think. Max capacity reached. So this feeding is pointless then? Or did that make me reach max capacity? Not sure if I understood it. Doesn't matter though. Blood is delicious, so let's eat blood. Just for the sheer pleasure. I like drinking blood like this. Hee hee, hoo hoo, ha ha. Hey, you know, New York by night. I am so looking forward to seeing Xander play a Nosferatu. Braun. He played a Malkavian last time. He had longer hair. And now he's gonna be a Nosferatu. Very different looking, no hair, as many Nosferatu do. It's actually not all Nosferatu that are like bald in this way. There are many Nosferatu who do have hair. That doesn't mean that they're gonna look any less repulsive though. In some cases, the hair might even be in a way that makes them look more repulsive. As a matter of fact, I think a notable Nosferatu that... What was that? What was that noise? A notable Nosferatu in the lore, in the canon, if you will, that has hair, if I'm not mistaken, is Celios, the architect Nosferatu. If you watched LA by Night, you would know who he is. Just like heads up, I haven't actually finished watching all of LA by Night. I'm like in episode 4 or 5 of season 4 right now. Yeah, the last episode I watched... What is it that happened in that episode? Nelly G was there. They were about to set up a party with Nelly. And Garrick visited them in the Anarch Elysium that Victor Temple did, basically. But yeah. Okay. Contact. Who was shooting at me? We may have a lot of like third parties too, so we gotta be careful of that. Where is she? The thing is, she may come at me from anywhere. Gotta be careful of that too. But the skills are kind of good. I don't see her anywhere. This doesn't quite give me the range I was hoping for. So I don't know where they went. I say she, I think it was a she, but let's just say they to be on the safe side. See, this sort of thing makes me feel like I am indeed improving at the game. Oh. Alright, I did a little bit of damage at least. Another diablerization. I am still in the game though. But this is definitely gonna be my last life. Very low chance we'll find a mortal who gives me an extra life here, I think. Let's see what we have here. What are those things anyway? This is collectible. Okay. Interesting. Oh, there's the burning church. I love a good burning church in a vampire story. I don't know why. Feels very fitting, don't you think? That's a green revolver, the exact same one I have, so I'm not picking that up. Let's see. Oof. I had a huge disadvantage there because I was just climbing. And they got me while I was climbing! Ugh. They're just stable. See, this is the sort of thing... That may have been the same person as last time. But this is the sort of thing that's like... They know how to jump. They know how to, like, shoot at people in a way that prevents you from having a good shot. Like, they know how to move. In other words, they know how to move. That's what I gotta learn how to do, because I'm trying to shoot them, but I can't land a single shot with the way they are moving. So that's part of one of the things you need to learn in this game. But finally I got a kill. That's been my best game so far. Like, I had a game where I was number 9, further than this, but even then, this is the best game I've had so far. And yeah, one Diablery there, this figure beauty. Oh, I am definitely gonna have another game with that class. I'm playing that Nos a lot better than I did the Siren Toreador. So let's do it again. I'm looking forward though to seeing Xander Janoret. He's a fantastic role player and performer. Oh, we got a lot of new things here. A lot of player icons. Where is the elevator again, though? I keep missing where it is. I think it's, I think it was up there. Just gotta get up there. I was in the middle of speaking with the Ventru. Justicar, I think it's the Justicar. So let's take the elevator again and go towards them. Do they say any comments depending on what clan you're playing? I don't think so, because it's something that you may change a lot between matches, right? So let's talk to them. This is kind of like a preview of what Bloodlines 2 is gonna feel like.
Hey.
I'm M, child of Marcus and currently on cleaning duty. There's nothing I despise more than fixing other people's mess, but Prague definitely needs some tidying up. Dull minds win no wars, especially not with dull blades. Marcus knew that and kept both in order, but it seems the blunt force of a certain Bruja has already sent things into decline. The important thing is, I'm here to help make things right. The mandate I bring from Lucin is not an end goal, just a starting point. I can't conquer the entity and the anarchs alone, even if I wish that were the case. I'm sure we'll get a chance to speak more soon, but for now I need to focus on other priorities. Thank you, Chief of Security. Somebody that has the title Chief of Security is probably a Justicar of the Camarilla. Justicars, for those who don't know, are a position in the Camarilla that is shared everywhere, in every Camarilla city. Because usually, it's more like each Camarilla city has its own local government. Every city has its own prince, its own primogens, its own sheriffs, scourges, harpies, etc. But a Justicar is not a local thing. It's a thing shared in the entire world. That's why. And that's why she was talking about, you know, coming to Prague.
Good to see you.
Did you have a word with our new venture guest? Take the elevator from the second floor. It is above the fountain. I already did.
Greetings.
So you met Maya, Kirill, Omnis, and M. More importantly, they met you. Best to stay in their good graces.
I think you will enjoy this.
Ah, the Sumis Desiderantes Affectibus. A decree to hunt witch and kindred alike. It's a big part of why we have to put on this masquerade in the first place. Witch. So maybe mages as well.
Come over here.
I believe we need to dig deeper to understand our enemy. There should be an unpublished biography Written by a witness of the Vienna massacre. I might not have put it back in the bookshelf, but it ought to be close by it. Find the biography close to a bookshelf. Let's see. There's some challenges to play a match as a Ventru, while Bloodhunted drains civilian with resonant blood. Interesting. Yeah, since I'm not entirely sure, since I'm not entirely sure how the Nosferatu masquerade mechanics work, I'm probably gonna get blood hunted a lot as I feed on people. Well, I think for the most part, even not as a Nosferatu, what you want to do is to be in an alley when you feed on someone, or like in the middle of this passageway or something, instead of in the open street, because there are mortals in the open street like that, and that's when you, that's when you get noticed. And that's why the Muse had that skill to charm people nearby, so that when you feed in an open street like that, they used a video that was in an open street as a sample, I think, for that reason. Let's go over here, close to the sky bar. Entity. Quest objective, antique store, tailor store, pharmacy store. Oh, so I'm guessing the stores, you can actually interact with those stores to get things. So you get blood packs or something, blood syringes in the pharmacy stores. And well, the gun store is self-explanatory, I think. But yeah, with the Muse, you would feed on mortals anywhere, no matter who is nearby. Because now you have charmed them, and you won't break the masquerade, and thus